Welcome back, Cigar Talk. I'm your host, Rob Jones. We got Brian Falconer, co-host of the year.
I'm back.
Back, baby. He is back. Man, it's good to have you in the studio.
Yeah, you just don't know, bro.
Good,
you don't
man.
know, man.
So it's the holidays.
Yes, sir.
And you're off until like
next year.
Dude.
Next year.
You know what? I'm usually not an envious man, but holy shit.
I walked out of there last Tuesday and said, "I see y'all next year." They was like, "What?"
Dude,
yeah, 2022.
If I could do that, when I walked out, I'd be like, you know, I don't know if you ever seen what was that? Eastbound and Down, Southbound and Down. What was that? And you know the baseball player.
Yeah,
he comes walking out. And he's got a blazer on. He's got a cowboy hat on, and he's like walking like this, and he says, "Suck it." That's how I would be walking out if I was off for 2.5, 3 weeks.
Yeah, you'd be walking out for longer than that.
You don't know what I'm talking about? What was his name? Rogers. Something. Was it Kenny Rogers? He was a pitcher. You didn't ever see that show on HBO?
No.
Dude, that show is hilarious.
I've never seen that one.
I mean, redneck, out of work, has been professional pitcher goes home and is just throwing money around until he's completely broke.
He has to come back.
No, then he has to live with his like brother and his sister-in-law. It's hilarious.
Wow. That's the premise was funny.
Right.
I'm broke. Oh man, I gotta go stay with my brother now.
But he never he always acted like he had money no matter what.
Yeah.
You know, no matter he was broke, he was borrowing money, selling shit.
He was still on that level.
Right. He was like, I'm Kenny Rogers. Kenny Powers.
Kenny Powers.
Dude. Yeah. It was a great show. I can't believe you've never seen it.
No, sir. I haven't. But evidently I need to add it to my list.
Yeah, you do. So let's tell everybody what we're smoking tonight. We're smoking a special stick.
Yes, sir.
This is the Patriarch from Tabanero. And it's like when you want to kick it up a notch. And you know, I was actually scared to smoke one of these.
Why?
Because you pay $50 for a cigar. You know, that's a tough buy for me because, you know, I'm a budget guy.
Yes, sir.
But, dude, I'm saying right now, I'll buy another one. Maybe not today, not tomorrow, but I will.
Next year.
Yeah, next year in 2022.
I'll buy one. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man.
So how are you enjoying it over there?
Bro, I'm loving it. As you say, I had smoked one before, and I told you about it. You was like, I don't know, $50. I was like, dude, you'll love it. And guess what? You did.
You know what I love?
Oh, God.
That smooth retro hell.
Yeah, okay.
Dude, it's the retro hell is creamy. You know what? We got to teach Corey how to retro hell. I was trying to teach him the other day. No skill. Zero skills.
Was he choking?
No,
like he was from
he
Coughton?
looked like he was like holding a cigarette and like, and I was like, dude, are you constipated?
Brief.
Yeah, I was like, push. But no,
let it go.
This is a cigar that you
most
need,
definitely
dude.
love.
You need to practice over there while you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, and try. Dude, how is that retro?
It's beautiful. Beautiful. Like you said, you get that creaminess. I can still taste the mocha in the retro hell too.
And from a Maduro,
come on now.
I don't ever remember having a Maduro that has a creamy retro hell.
Nope.
You know what I mean? It's like I've had some retro hells from dark cigars that were very good, but not creamy.
Gotcha.
You know what's funny is I got Casey Hatcher to retro hell. And she was like this. I'll show you what she did.
Everybody's stuck.
She
did both of them.
No, it was just a poof out of her nose, and it was so fast. But she was like, that burned.
Yeah. Let's know that's your first time.
I said, well, you shouldn't have done it all at one time.
You got to let it go smoothly.
It's a slow process. And so, anyway, Corey, when I tell a female how to do it, and she does it the very first time, and now we've been working on you for like 3 years.
Oh, my God. Don't say anything, Corey. Just let it go. Just let it go. Because he'll take it down that rabbit hole, bruh.
Come on. Come on.
Yes, look at him. Look at him. just grab. Just grab.
Can I get a bite? So let's tell everybody what we're drinking tonight.
Oh.
I actually picked up a little special bottle. You know, I'm not a big Maker's Mark guy.
No, sir.
But this was on the shelf, and it's the Maker's Mark Cask Strength.
And it's good. It's surprisingly smooth.
I expected it to be hot. It's 109.4 proof. And to me, it really hits the palate with a plethora of flavor.
He said plethora.
But it doesn't give you that, like, Booker's punch.
Yeah, that's true.
and I mean, granted that Booker's is about 18 proof higher, but I was kind of expecting this to be super hot.
And it wasn't.
It was not hot at all. It was very smooth, although I did have to crack open the bottle of Eagle Rare because apparently it was too hot for Corey. You know, I've been saving that bottle for like 6 months, and Corey's like, "You got anything smoother?" Like, well, I was saving this for my dad's anniversary of when he died, but I guess.
Dude, why are you doing that? Guilt,
that
guilt,
just
guilt,
shows you how
guilt.
much we love the guy.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I
But
mean?
he didn't take it that way.
I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
It wasn't my dad's death anniversary. It was my mom.
See? See?
You know what day that is?
No, we don't.
February the 13th. That's the day my mother passed. It's a special day.
Yeah, got you.
My dad was March the 25th, 41 days later. And so I don't really keep up with dates very well.
But you keep those.
Those two I keep.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
Got you.
I'm hoping that when I go,
oh, here we go.
it's a special day.
No,
You know what I mean?
it's not. It's not. Bro, you don't understand. People appreciate you. They do.
I want it to be rememberable.
But see, remember, for you and for the rest of the world are two different things, because you want to have something that would just be.
Do you know whenever I was about 18, I planned.
I bet, folks. I bet. I'm sorry.
I planned my funeral.
Okay, and what did you say?
No, I didn't say nothing. I'll be dead.
No, you planned it, so you said something.
Yeah.
You
Well,
said what it was going to be like.
I wrote it down.
Okay, and
So I wanted it to be like, all it is like a drive-by. Not like with guns, but like I wanted to be dead in the back of an old Cadillac hearse. And that hearse to be blasting Sinead O'Connor music.
Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah. You even know who that is?
Yeah, I know who Sinead O'Connor. Before ball and after ball.
Either one. Dude, I mean, that would be like, I don't know what the fuck I just saw.
Folks, they going to hear the music coming. They're going to be doing you like this as you're going by. I don't know who that guy was, but.
So that's how I always pictured my funeral. And I don't want people coming standing next to the hole. They can just pull the Cadillac up, wheel it out, and then have the Cadillac like lurch off the line, and I'll fall down into the hole.
You are the only person that would say that.
Why?
Come on, dude.
Not everybody wants to just be laid in a hole.
You just want to be thrown in there.
Just throw me in there.
Torque.
Yeah.
Torque.
Exactly.
No.
I you know what? I just think that, I think we have gotten in a big rut with funerals.
As in?
They're all the same.
Death is the same.
I know, but let's liven it up a little bit.
Oh, you want to be like a New Orleans funeral. You want a band going down the street.
Right. Not worrying about the hole in the ground. Let's drive. So people don't want to go to a funeral. Bring it to them.
I got you.
That's
somewhat. Somewhat, I have you. As far as
I will say that I probably wouldn't bring that up, but this Maker's Mark is pretty good.
Okay, because he's going for glass number 3, not bottle, glass number 3.
Whew, man. So hey, let's talk about two of our sponsors right now.
Two of them.
Let's go with the first one is the Leaf. If you don't know what we think about the Leaf, then you've never heard this show.
At all.
Because we were there this morning, me and Brian hanging out. It was afternoon. because I didn't get up till late today. I slept in. It was night. I'm on vacation, dude. I don't get to sleep in and when I say sleep in, I got up at 9. You know, that's sleeping into me.
Because you're up at the crack of dawn any other day.
I'm up before the crack of dawn. I'm squeezing in the butt crack. You know what I mean?
Oh, my God.
So, anyway, it's nice sleeping in. But anyway, the Leaf. I've spent a lot of time at the Leaf since I've been on vacation, and it's like, because, you know, back in the day, I was there almost every day.
Every day. We both were. And,
you know, that's not possible now.
Mm-mm.
And so when I'm on vacation, I'm like, hey, honey, I'm heading to the Leaf. And she's like, you know what she says? My wife says, well, I figured you would be. That's when you know you have a good wife. When she says, I thought that you would be.
Where are you going? I already know. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Can you open that door a little more? I'm still hot in here. I mean, it's getting hot in here.
Yeah, no. Nobody's taking off their clothes, bro. I'm sorry. Nobody.
So, we're early. Yeah, I did change in here.
You got it bright in here.
Man.
Could have put on shades.
Whenever I take my shirt off, you hear, there goes the Great White North.
Birds come out chirping.
But they're wearing sunglasses.
They're like, wait a minute, I thought the sun was out. No, Rob just took his shirt off. That's what we're seeing.
Yeah. Hey, so the Leaf, go ahead and tell us a little more. Tell them where it's at, where they can find it, and in the show notes.
He's going to say it's 11.
You were here for that, weren't you?
Downtown Abilene. Like you said, man, if you're within, it went from 30 to 50 miles now out of Leaf. It's the perfect place to come. Like today was my first day back in a while, and it was the same atmosphere, the same love, man. It was just like, where have I been all my life?
You know what I think, though, when we talk about the Leaf?
What's that?
I think guys that hear it all the time, I think that they're probably like, yeah, we get it.
No,
the place you go to is great. Thanks for making mine suck.
We'll talk to the owners.
No. And you know what? I'm going to bring this up.
Uh-oh.
And I'm not going to name the shop, okay? But I went to another shop recently.
Uh-huh.
Dude, I was literally saddened by what I experienced.
Okay.
I go in, and I'm like, you know what? They always have something that we don't carry.
Yeah.
I was hoping for the Signature Series Christoph.
Okay.
But they didn't have them. But dude, the humidor was in shambles. I felt bad. And I was like, you know, I get it. When you have a regular clientele that doesn't give a shit.
That's what you cater to.
Right. Well, I mean, they get used to it, and they're dedicated. I mean, even if Jay ran the Leaf like a piece of garbage, we would still go.
Because that's the only place we can.
Fortunately, Jay doesn't do that.
No.
Jay
is totally different.
It's about the experience. Yeah. And so you have the regular guys that are going to come no matter what. Mm-hmm. But the guys looking for an experience, they're not going to come back.
Nope.
And it made me just saddened to see the great possibilities that aren't
lost
there.
Yeah, that are lost.
Yeah, and it makes you thankful that we don't have that.
We are blessed.
I mean, I don't know of an aspect of the Leaf that I'm like, well, I wish they wouldn't do that, or I wish. Well, you know what? There's a couple of people that they let in. Scott Fritz.
Just stop, man. Stop. Dude.
Kidding. Sorry, not sorry.
But it was just like today, you made that suggestion about something. Jay was like, oh, I already got that. I just put it out. Boom. And we were like, wow. Wow. He had already thought of it.
Dude, I was even offering to pay for one.
And he's
and
like,
he
no,
was like,
got it. I'll just put it out now. And I was like, wow. Wow. He's still thinking of the Leaf as if he was a consumer.
Right.
What would I want here? What would I like to see here? What would I like to do here? And I was just like, I love it, man.
Whenever I think of the Leaf and I compare it to all the other shops that I've been to or I go, it raises the bar so high.
Oh, yeah. Because when you walk in the door, you grade them on what we have at the Leaf. That's what I do. I walk in the door, and if it's not, first of all, I want that atmosphere as soon as I walk in the door. Are they greeting you? Are they even paying attention to you walking in the door? Like at the Leaf, even though I'm a regular, But before I was a regular, when they were over there on what was it, 3rd Street?
Yeah.
They did the same thing there. They greeted you as you came in the door. Make sure, hey, I see you. I see that you are here. Thank you for coming in.
You know what? It's the little things.
Yeah, that's what it was to
Dude,
me.
it is the little things because anybody can do the big things.
Yeah.
But it's that commitment to the experience that they have that a lot of places don't have anymore.
It's the ice.
And I do know that I'm not saying there's not a lot of great shops because I there's some shops that I really like going to. But when I compare those shops to the Leaf, they might have like the same of this is what the Leaf has, but they don't have this.
Yeah.
Or they might have this, but they don't have that.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And so the Leaf is the complete shop.
True.
I mean,
see,
and then Corey's talking about another line coming in. They
See?
just brought back Saka. In fact, I showed Casey where they are because I told her about them last night. And she's like, I don't know where those are. So I had to go in and be like, boom.
Here they are. Right here. That's the blessing of the place, man.
Absolutely. Hey, so anyway, that's enough about the Leaf. If you want to know more, look down in the show notes, and you can call their phone number, and they will hook you up with anything that they possibly have. And if they don't have it, they'll probably be able to tell you where you can get it. So anyway, I wanted to give a big shout-out to one of the Patreons.
Talk about them.
You know, I was keeping tally of Patreon Member of the Year. And this dude just scored big. He sent me and you a bag of cigars. And not just any bag. Pull out that bag and tell everybody what's in that bag. Because
there's some things that are missing.
I sent a message to Zeka today, and I said, thank you for the best Christmas gift that I have gotten and will get this year. Because, like, dude, nobody could pick me out a bag of cigars like this bag. The ALR Rocky Patel. That's like one of the very few Rockies that I love. What is that? Is that
is
that a payback?
Nope. It's the Room 101 Limited to Ecuador.
Oh,
H-Town.
And dude, I don't usually like Lanceros, but that's a larger ring gauge.
Sir.
Let me see that. I mean, that's like, as a Lancero, that's impressive. Oh, that's special edition right there.
Yep.
Dude, all these cigars are like badass. I've never even seen this one.
Aganorsa Leaf.
Oh, dude, I'm excited about that one. That one I've never had before. Here, take the stick back or I'll light it up.
I will reach and grab it. And this is the one that Jay aged for 7 years.
7 years.
7 years.
And then where is the...
it's at home.
You already put that away.
To never come out.
Are you serious?
Yes. I told you.
So tell everybody what that was. It was the original
release of the Amazon Basin.
And that was like 7 years ago.
Yes, sir. And like 2014.
Yeah.
And I told Rob, I said, I'll look at it again in 2024 when it's 10 years old. Because it's hard to get them. Those that are there now it's done. So when you get one that's an original release, that's a special edition to me because I love Amazon Basin. Everybody know that. I love me an Amazon Basin. And to get an original release, it's already 7 years old.
Right.
Oh, come on, baby. Come on. I put that in the bottom of the locker.
I don't have my cigars with me, but a lot of them were the same.
Yeah.
But all of them, like, I didn't even know
the meat.
The red meat lovers, the box press.
Yeah.
And that the Plasencia 149 Cosecha.
Yes, sir.
Dude, that I never even knew they made those.
Because you was talking about what was the
146, which is the silver.
Yes.
When I saw that in the bag, I was like, is that Plasencia?
And I love how he did my bag. He had it sealed, and the seal said, if it's molested, Rob has been in there.
And my bag said the
Labuckian.
The Labuckian. So anyway, you know what? Thanks, Zeka. That was
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, it's the best Christmas gift I got this year.
Man.
I'm not going to tell my wife that, but you knocked it out of the park.
Yes, sir.
If I owe you a little something,
don't go there.
Bryant's good for it.
Nope, don't go there.
Anyway, no, we're not going to go there.
Thank you.
Not down there.
No.
So anyway, let's talk about McAllister cigars. Dude, McAllister is still hitting it out of the park. In fact, I was talking about them today with, was it you? Yeah, I told Corey, and you know, I don't want to bash on anybody, but there's a certain cigar lounge, and to me, when you go in their lounge, they don't have anything that I want to smoke. It's all like, you know, Cohibas and you know, Macanudo, Monte Cristos.
Yeah. Not the McAllister, but
then they have the McAllister.
Yes, they do.
I'm like, if y'all didn't have the McAllister in here, I wouldn't even come here to smoke. I'm serious. They literally only carry like top name brand cigars that, you know, is the staple of the tradition, which I don't care for.
Yeah, because you find so many jewels with boutiques. Why would you just... It's like pigeonholing yourself, man. Why'd you do that?
Right.
Because there's a, as you said earlier, a plethora.
Well, I mean, I've never smoked a Cohiba that I liked. I think I've probably smoked about 4 or 5.
Okay.
And, you know, I at one time I was young and I didn't know. And I thought, oh, hey, that's a $20 stick. I'll buy that. And I didn't know if it was good or bad because I didn't know what I was doing. But
see, now that you're grown.
Yeah. I mean, and I've smoked the $250 Cohiba.
I have never smoked that one.
It was a gift, and it came from Cuba. It was, I think it was the Binky or something like that, Behinky or something like that. Maybe it was that dude that shot Reagan. I don't know. But anyway.
Hinkley.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it exactly, but $250. I thought it was a $5 stick.
Wow.
I was not impressed.
Wow. But you never say that about the McAllister line, though.
Dude, I mean, all day long. I mean, spin around and pick one of the cigars, and you're not going to go and get a bad cigar.
Nope, you're not.
And the thing about it is $4 to $42.
4 to 42.
And a cigar for every palate. And you know what? If you have never done this, and I know the ambassadors are doing it or have done it, is make your way across the entire line. Yeah. But for a newer cigar smoker, I highly recommend that you do that because it is a journey in itself.
Most definitely.
I mean, you're going to cover the entire spectrum of what is out there, and it lets you learn the differences and what you really like.
You're guaranteed to grow 2 levels of your palate.
Absolutely.
Through that line. You are.
Absolutely.
You're guaranteed. And you'll understand a little bit more the nuances.
And you can't say that about all cigar companies.
Oh, heck no.
Because, I mean, let's just throw it right out there. I mean, if you were to smoke all of the Rocky Patel cigars, you wouldn't remember one from the other because there's a million different ones.
Yep. You'd only have to get
It's not a journey, it's a death sentence. No, I'm kidding, Rocky. Rocky, I'm kidding. Kidding, Rocky. Oh no,
Well, we won't have him.
You know what? Like I said, the ALR.
Yes, sir.
I want to see Rocky do more of that.
That is a bad stick.
I mean, it's night and day from all his other stuff.
Oh, yes,
and I'll
sir.
tell you the other Rocky that I really do like. And it's probably one of the cheapest ones they have.
Okay.
The Maduro Edge.
Yeah.
It's like a $7 stick. And I picked up a couple at the Leaf about 2 weeks ago, and I had forgotten, but it lasted for like an hour and a half. Dude, that was
a good walk. It's a good walk, bro.
Oh, and I was like, I remembered that I used to like these.
Yeah.
I tried them again, and I was like, yep, I still like them. Well, you know, sometimes you don't enjoy some of the stuff you smoked way
truth.
back when.
Alpha. Oh, shut up, bro.
Alpha dog. Alpha dog. You got Team Delta and Alpha dog.
Alpha dog.
So, anyway, if you haven't signed up to be an ambassador, look down the show notes. You can follow the link and become an ambassador. Get your own coin with your own number on it.
Yes, sir.
And I just want to say this. If you haven't taken the tour of the entire line, you're missing out.
Totally.
It's really a great journey. And, the great thing about it is the price point on McAllister is not going to break the bank.
4 to 42.
I mean,
it's easy.
You can smoke the whole line and be like, you're only smoking 1 or 2 a week.
Mm-hmm. And won't be broke.
In 6 months, you will have smoked the entire line, and you'll be like, I love this. Mm-hmm. I love this.
And I remember this.
And now that you know that the quality is there, it's a go-to.
Every time. That's what I love about them, man.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to dive into our pick 6. Do you have yours ready?
I have to, because you're going to make me go first no matter what.
You don't have to go first.
Yeah, right.
Okay, you do.
I know. Number 1 this week, it's going to be the Arturo Fuente Rare Pink Double Perfecto.
You have a picture of it? I have never smoked that. Wait, let me see that again. What is that? Say that again.
Arturo Fuente Rare Pink.
That's in the pack for Cigar Rights of America. How was that? Because I saw a picture of that and I was like, you know what? I want to know more about that.
You know more by tasting. That is a bad stick, man. It's a bad.
I forgot whenever I saw a picture of it.
The mocha notes. It has a little spice, more like a black pepper versus a white pepper. But I'm talking about it's mellow all the way through. And I was like, man, this is a bad stick, dude. I loved it. Number 2 was a blessing to me because I can't get it. And when it comes my way, I'm going to enjoy it. Roma Craft Wanderlust.
So let's just break it down. What happened earlier today? I was back in the Havana room at the Leaf, and I see what he's smoking, and I go, what is that?
Yep.
And he says, it is what you think it is.
Yep.
And I was like, dude, where did you get that?
I'm not telling.
And he goes, hey, man, I got another one. You can have it. And what'd I say?
He said, no, that's too rare and too good. I said, no, I got another one.
You know what? And I appreciate that you would do that. Mm-hmm. But, even whenever I was in high school.
We got to go back that far.
This is how far back this resonates with my soul.
Okay.
So there was this girl named Dickie. No, I'm just kidding you. I'm joking. But no, like you remember, you smoked in high school cigarettes?
Nope.
Okay, I did. And you kept them in your shirt pocket. Mm-hmm. And every Tom, Dick, and Harry would come around and bum a smoke. Mm-hmm. But what was the one rule? You don't take the man's last cigarette.
And that was the one that you take and turned upside down.
You don't even ask.
Nope.
Right. Like, if someone says, can I get a smoke? You're like, I just got one. And they go, well, can I have it? You punch them in the face. Because it's like, you're not a man.
You don't understand the rules.
So that, I'm not going to take the last Wanderlust that you had.
I was giving it to you.
I understand. But I can't do that.
Okay.
No, that's a hell of a stick.
Oh,
I haven't had one of those probably in 3 years, and I passed up one because I would not do that.
Well, I'll thank you later.
Yeah, when you're smoking it, you'd be like, "Well, he didn't give me that one dog. He didn't give me that.
Yep,
I had to throw out before Willis, which is literally 50 feet.
50 feet. Couldn't make it. The last was a Crown Heads Series E. And that's what I was smoking when I came in.
Yeah, let me see that. That's a Crown Head?
Yep.
Where did you get that?
It was a blessing given to me.
Well, I know, but who?
Cigar.
Nice. Very nice.
Cigar.
I've never seen that band. From here, it almost reminded me of Eddie Van Halen's guitar.
The way he's looking.
Yeah, show Corey. Doesn't that look like Eddie Van Halen's guitar?
He was laying like that.
Yeah, I was like... Play a banjo.
No, we're not playing banjos. So that was my 3.
Good list, man.
Yeah.
Smoking some good stuff. It is the holidays.
Most definitely. Got to enjoy it.
And, I don't know about you, but when I'm on vacation, I tend to ramp up the quality of cigars I smoke.
Oh, okay.
Do you?
No.
You smoke whatever, whenever.
Whenever.
See, during my normal weeks of just the grind,
the routine,
I have my go-tos.
Yeah.
And I pretty much, there's probably like 8 or 9 different cigars that I smoke on a regular rotation. But whenever I'm on vacation, I'm like, I deserve better. I deserve more.
I need to step this up.
Right. Because it's vacation.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
It's like great cigars elevate your time off.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And no, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'm working my ass off and I need a stick that says, hey, man, good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
He said you work your ass off.
I know he's never seen it, but yeah, I mean, I get that. But like, if I smoked upper echelon cigars all the time, it's like it kind of takes away that specialty.
Yeah, I got
you know what I mean?
Got you.
To where when I get one like this, the Patriarch, I'm not smoking these every day.
Nope.
But on a special occasion,
which is your vacation,
right? I'm gonna enjoy what I consider to be the best.
So, what were your 3 this week? Because everybody's waiting for this this phenomenal list.
Sure. First of all, right out the gate was a Padron 1926 natural.
Here he goes.
Now, have you smoked very many of the naturals?
Nope, I haven't smoked very many. But
you were smoking one.
I smoked one this week.
Yeah, and I smoked one. Was it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday when you were working. Dude, he was getting his ass kicked. Old man Bill walked in and was like, "Here, take my coat. I got to go help Corey." And I was like, "Why?" And he was like, "It's busy up there." And I was like, "He's got it."
This is when I was trying to figure out the decaf.
Yeah. Corey's trying to make decaf coffee for Larry. And I'm like, dude, just pour the regular coffee in his cup. He won't know.
He'll be bouncing off the wall.
Which would be fun to see. No, so anyway, it was the, what was it called? The Hermosa? Anyway.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. And it was I want to say it was like a 4-inch cigar.
And then, the other one with the key was 4.
Yeah. And so I had never, or at least I don't remember the last time that I had smoked a natural.
Okay.
Like I always go for the Maduros. And dude, it was fantastic.
Good.
It still had the signature Padron, like you're going to get on any 26, but it was not that regular leathery style flavor that I get from the Maduro. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But dude, it was lights out. And I don't remember how much it was, like $20, $22, somewhere like that. And I was like,
he really splurged.
I am splurging, man. It's like I don't get to very often. And so when I do, I'm going to
enjoy it.
Go to the leaf,
yes, sir.
Kick back and enjoy it. And so then number 2 on my list this week is it's actually this cigar, but in the Robusto.
Oh.
I had that, dude. I actually enjoy the Robusto even more. But I've only had 2 in this size, which I don't know if this is actually called a Toro or something different because it's a little bit longer than most Toros. You know what I mean? It's like 6.5, almost 6 3/4. So I don't know if you would call that. Oh, Bryant has to pee. We'll be right back, folks. Hey, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back from Bryant's Potty Break. So I was in the middle of talking about the Tabanero Patriarch.
Yes, sir.
The Robusto.
Yes, sir.
Dude, that's how you know I'm on vacation. I smoked one of those with my coffee yesterday morning.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I got up and was like, I'm starting this fucking day out right.
I'm starting this day out.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, dude, when you light up a Patriarch first smoke of the day, the day's going to be good.
It's going to be a hard day to top it.
Hey, you know what? You start drinking bourbon.
I'm on vacation.
I'm just keeping it going.
Ain't nothing wrong
it's
with it. It's
funny
funny
because,
ain't
I'm
nothing
on
wrong
vacation,
with it,
man.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. Enjoy yourself. You worked hard enough to get this vacation.
Oh, man. Can't wait for another one. But, I don't know how you are, but, like, I get 9 days off. I know you're on, like, a sabbatical, but I get 9 days. And at day 8, I start getting depressed. Like one day, my wife came out in the backyard and was like, "Why do you got that gun in your mouth?"
Oh, my God.
It's a joke.
You need to stop that joke.
Dude, people are so sensitive.
I get 10 hours a month.
You know what? I get 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And I know that's a lot, but I don't get sabbaticals. So
Well, that's because I work a lot, and I get that. I don't get paid for overtime. I get comp time.
right, yeah.
So that's where a lot of my, as you say, sabbaticals come from, because I got all this comp time, and I can't let it burn because you either use it or lose it, and I'm not gonna give it back to them. Nope. I worked. I'm gonna take it. So.
Oh no, 100%. I mean, I know guys that like don't take their comp time,
Not
and
me.
I'm like, hey, whatever floats your boat.
Not me. I'm gonna use it.
Actually, I'm like, can we siphon some of
Yeah,
that
can you
comp
pass
time
it
over
to
my
me?
way?
Thank you.
Because I will take all you will give me.
I'll take it all for nothing, Alex.
Right. So anyway, yeah, if you haven't tried the Tabanero Patriarch, the
gotta
thing about
try
it is
Yep.
this one's $50, but the Robusto's 28.
Uh-huh.
And like maybe that's why I like it better. But for $28 you get to have the taste of a $50
Yes, sir.
cigar.
And you get to enjoy
And
it.
I like Robustos 90% of the time.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody knows you.
I mean, I went from the 660 to the 6x46.
Yes.
And so, that's just where I am. And, I know some guys that like bigger sticks. I know some guys that like smaller sticks.
That was the setup. That was the setup, and I'm not going there.
All right. So,
Number 3.
my number 3, and I think this cigar gets overlooked. People know it's good, but they pass on it more than what they should.
Now I want to know what this one is.
This is AJ Fernandez Dias de Gloria.
Oh, heck yeah.
To me, that's the pinnacle of AJ. You know what I mean?
I got you.
I mean, I'm a huge fan of what AJ does. I mean, I don't know any like real cigar smokers that have ever said I don't like AJ.
I can't think of any either. I'm sitting there thinking, I was like, have I ever heard anybody say nobody?
I've heard people say I don't like that brand or I don't like that brand, but I've never heard
Not AJ.
someone say I don't like AJ's work.
That's correct.
Because it spans every palate.
Every palate.
Even like guys that don't like the strong and bold, because he does a lot of bold work, but he does intricate work as well. And so anyway, I think the Dias de Gloria is the pinnacle of his cigars for presentation. Now, I'm not a big fan of the box.
Oh, yeah.
The box is too big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You talk about that.
I want a box that doesn't take up any more room than what it needs to hold the cigars, because my humidor only holds so many boxes. Yeah. So it has to sit by itself on the top shelf and nothing else can go up there. I don't like that.
But
shrink it.
You love the stick, so you deal with it.
You know what? I deal with it because I do really enjoy the cigar.
You had a good list too, bro.
Hey, thanks,
man.
A
real good list. You started off trying to showboat on me again.
No. But that's what
Patron 1926.
That's just because.
But I understand, though.
That's just because it's vacation.
Yeah, you sold us.
You know, if I'm going to pick the top 3,
you're going to get your dynamites.
And I mean, I could go on because it's been a good 2 days.
Well, you do smoke 8 a day, so yeah, you could go on and on.
I could do another 10.
My goodness, 8 a day though. I sit back and I think about it, just like, man, after I get like 2 or 3 at the max in me, I'm done. And I'm sitting there looking at you, and you still lighting up another. I'm like, does this dude ever stop?
You know the difference?
What?
Strength training.
Strength training.
Like this.
You keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
One runs out, put another one in.
That's true, because I've seen you do that, especially at the old Leaf. We be sitting at that checkerboard table, the chess table, whatever it is, and he'd get rid of one. As soon as he put that one down, he's pulling another one up. I'm like, wait a minute, you just put a stick down. He said, yeah, I got to keep going. I'm like, dude here.
I'm like a bolt action.
I was like, man, but those are some good days, though, man. You remember that?
Oh, dude, I do. And you know what? It's funny because I was telling a story earlier today about the old leaf. You know what I mean? And it's like the old leaf, like, you know how much we love the new leaf?
Yes.
The old leaf was, in essence, cheers.
True, because you walk in the door and everybody knew your name.
I mean,
Rob.
Yeah, it was that. Now, and I love that.
Man.
But what they've done now to elevate your experience, it's like night and day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a completely different place because the old place was kind of shabby.
It was just old, man.
Shabby, old.
It was just old.
I was trying to be nice.
That's why he moved, because that couldn't hold his ideas.
Dude, how about the Havana room at the old place?
The old
there
leaf
was mold.
Wait a minute. The old leaf is the Havana room. The size, the intensity, the environment. It's like you go to the Havana room, you don't want to leave.
Right.
You don't want to leave.
Right. The old place, I'm going to tell you, and I've never told anybody this, Corey, but when I would bring special friends, like from out of town, to the old leaf, and it was like, oh, we got to go back in the Havana room, you know? It was kind of embarrassing that there was these stains on the ceilings from like 1962. But you know what? It was still like when it wasn't having guests over, it was just home.
It was wild because at one time Jay tried to replace those tiles, and then they got stains in the same spot. It's like, did you do it? He's like, yeah, I replaced them. He looked at him like, but then they look the same. Same stain, same drip, same spot. But it was that couch,
and
man.
that ceiling was probably like 8 feet tall.
8 feet tall. And then Larry used to walk in there and be ducking me.
Yeah, I mean, the ceiling was 8 feet. It had like a huge air conditioner vent thing sucking air in and one blowing it out, and it was noisy. And, you know, now you go back in the Havana room and the ceilings are like 20 feet tall. And how tall are they?
I think there's 14 or 16.
14 or 16 feet.
And then you got those beautiful human air suckers, as you call them.
The air suckers.
That are quiet. That are quiet.
Yeah.
So you don't have to yell over them. You just talk and you can hear each other. And then they have the system that's Bluetooth now. So you can come in there and you can pipe in your own music. And you're just sitting back there, you're like, unless Larry's there, because he takes over. He comes in there and it's all his music. But Larry's like, he go the gamut. From country to everything except for rap. He ain't gonna play no hip hop. He's not.
He really?
No, because he ain't into that. He's not.
Really?
But I love everything he plays except for the country because it hits everything that I've heard as a kid growing up. That's just like when Junior came in there. When Junior came in there, this dude had a library of music that was so large, and you say like, I know he doesn't have this, and you just come up with a wild name of a song that you heard like when you were in the 5th grade. Oh, I got that. And he pull it up. I'm like, dude, what don't you have in here? He's like, man, I work outside. He said, all I do is listen to my music, so I got to have a large, and he was in the car group, and he said there's certain things we have to play for that. I just looked at this dude, and I said, man, this is crazy. But it was great. You know what I'm saying? Because you got everything.
Right.
That's the atmosphere, the environment that every cigar lounge should get. Not just the Leaf, but every cigar lounge should get.
That's one of the things that, I mean, even for the Leaf, they make it to where you get to do what you want to do, because you can go back in the Havana room, link up your phone, and play the music you want to listen to.
You want to listen to. And then,
like, you should have seen
3 TVs.
Hey, you should have seen Joel's face back there in his little corner one morning when I put on Cypress Hill.
He did. He looked up like, what is that? Who's playing that? And he looked at me. I was like, nope. I put it right to Rob. And he just had this look like, Rob? He said, yeah, that's Cypress Hill, baby. That's our time.
Yeah,
that's our time.
That was growing up, man.
Yes,
and so, but anyway, you know, Joel comes strolling in this morning. You were there.
Yeah, I was there.
Did you hear me ask me, hey, have you ever been like dressed up like Santa?
Yeah, he said, no.
I was like, dude, you would make a hip Santa.
Nope, not going to do that.
He's got a white beard. He's got white hair. He wears it in a ponytail.
You can
He
see
wears
Joe
glasses.
but he'd be that what was that movie with what's his name that was in Monster Ball?
Well, that doesn't help me.
Billy Bob. Bad Santa. Was it Bad
Oh,
Santa?
no, that was Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Wasn't it Bad Santa? That's who Joe would be. Come on over here and let me get off my lap.
Damn kid pissed on me again.
I can see him saying that, man. Everybody go. Santa's done.
Hey, so let me ask you this. Do you watch a lot of Christmas movies during the season?
I have to.
Do you?
Yeah, my wife is. That's her thing.
Dude, let me tell you something. You think it's your wife's thing. It's not.
Whose is it?
My wife,
Oh.
I think she squeezes in about 30 Christmas movies a season, if not more.
My
Every
wife too.
time I walk through the living room, I'm like, I don't even know that one.
And then I find new Christmas movies because I like to watch. I'm a movie man. I like to watch. I've never seen that one before. It's a Christmas movie. Then she sit down.
Right.
If it's an action movie, she'd leave. Nah. But I said it's a Christmas movie. She sat down. I was like, but you don't like what I like. She said, I want to see this. You said it was a Christmas movie. I shouldn't open my mouth.
What about the Christmas movie that's Die Hard?
Yeah, that's a Christmas movie.
I know,
to
but
me.
does she see it as
No. She
Yeah.
sees it as an action movie.
It is an action movie.
But it's a Christmas.
It's a Christmas movie.
Mm-hmm. It's a Christmas movie. She's like, no, it ain't. It's action. It's like, no, this is a Christmas.
I mean, it starts out.
Christmas.
I mean, he's in town to deliver a gift.
And he goes to
And
meet
he
his
makes-
wife where?
And he makes sure that that gift gets delivered.
Yeah, he goes to see his wife where? At a Christmas party.
Right.
It's all about Christmas.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It's a Christmas movie.
Yippee-ki-yay. I love that movie, man.
Boom. So, have you seen any Christmas movies this year that you hadn't seen before?
Yeah, I saw one. It's a
And was
Christmas.
it good?
It was good to me. It was good to my wife. So
Okay.
it was called Throwback Christmas. It's a weird Christmas movie, but it's about a girl and her husband is a butthole. And she's going through all this crazy stuff. And then she meets a guy that she went to school with because she was a cheerleader and he was a nerd. He's like, yeah, I introduced myself to you like 100 times. She's like, really? He's like, yeah. He said, every time I would pray that you will remember my name. And then she realized a lot. She said she made a wish and she got to go back to high school as a teenager.
And she blew him.
No, she didn't blow him.
That would have been a Christmas gift.
But at the end of the movie, when she came back to a grown-up, she was with the dude that was the nerd in high school, and her life was a lot better. And
it was like she went back in time.
yes,
And then had a completely different life.
totally different. She remembered his name, and dude was like,
Now, was she married at the time?
yeah. And the dude she married was her high school sweetheart.
So
when
she went back
and
did
dumped
not
him,
date that dude.
Nope, dumped him and went with this dude.
What a
and-
whore.
No.
What a whore.
This dude called a whore.
She had a commitment.
In the future.
Right.
She was back in the past. She's like, I don't want that commitment.
But
She made a change.
if you went from the future to the past, you still made that commitment.
No, she just made a different choice. The choice was still there. She's like, okay, I can go with dude, but I know the outcome of this one. Or I can go down this route.
Hey,
And see how this would be.
She marries the nerds, and 6 years later, she's like, "Why is there a baby's foot in the
No.
in the fridge?"
No. No. This dude said a baby's foot in the fridge.
It's like,
no.
Damn, we're changing our kid's name to Stumpy.
No, it's not like that. It was a good movie, man. It was a good
I think it would be
movie.
fun to take a movie like that and twist it in the end
my
to where
God.
people are like,
Oh my God.
"That was a Halloween film."
It's supposed to be Christmas. They were doing a lot of killing this Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho.
I was watching something, and they had a Santa Claus. He said "ho ho ho" about 7 times. The lady was like, "That wasn't that many hoes in Christmas."
Apparently, you didn't go to the same school I did.
I was like, "Wow!" But man, Christmas, I get the understanding of it. It's just like it's so melancholy. You know
what? The
the movies. You know the movie I love, the one with
Chevy Chase?
No, the old dude.
Well, that could be a lot.
No,
of
it's an
different-
old movie.
The old dude.
Where he went back in time too.
Nicolas Cage.
No. Yeah, no. Jimmy.
Fallon. Give me something to work with. Oh, Jimmy Stewart.
Stewart.
You're talking about It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a good movie to me.
That is probably
that's
one
a
of
good
the
movie to me.
best Christmas
Oh,
movies
man.
of all time. You know, but originally it was actually released in July. It wasn't released in Christmas, and it was a flop because it was released in the summer.
Oh, because it was all about Christmas too.
Right.
Yeah.
But it wasn't released as a Christmas film.
It was
It was
released in
just
the
the
summer.
story of a guy, figuring out who he was and what
Yeah.
was important to his soul.
Yeah.
And it was a flop. But now it's
Wow.
become one of the greatest of all time.
It's a cult classic.
Yeah, man, that's my wife's favorite Christmas
I love
movie.
that movie, man. I do.
You know what my wife's favorite movie is?
What?
Coal Miner's Daughter. You ever seen that movie?
No.
Do you know who that movie's about?
Yeah.
Loretta Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't watch it. I mean, you think Labuckians talk away?
She was talking that way.
Aborigines.
Who?
Aborigines.
Where's she from?
You know, the Appalachians.
Oh, Appalachians. So she
Oh,
said
yeah.
Appalachians.
I think it's called the Aborigines.
Okay.
Maybe. If you're from that area, let me know. I could be completely wrong.
Don't get mad at them.
Aborigines could be like those people that live in the middle of Australia.
Those are Aborigines.
Okay, well, we're getting close. we're getting closer by the minute.
I miss this, man. I miss this, man. Oh, dude. He said, cold minded. You know what my favorite movie is? Usual Suspects.
Oh, that is like in my top 5.
Usual Suspects. Number 2 is the Godfather series.
I'm down. That's in my top 5 as well.
So my 2, man.
You don't have 5?
No.
Wow.
I love everything after that, but those 2, if they're on, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Don't come talking to me.
I have probably about 10, 15 films that if I walk through the living room and it's on, it's over.
It's over.
Sitting down.
Yeah, I'm done.
I got
Everything else
something
is
to
over.
drink, and I'm like, I ain't seen this in a while, and then leave me be.
Oh, yes, man.
So, I mean, have you seen The Town?
Yeah.
That's one of mine.
That's a good movie.
Heat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What's the Doc Holliday movie, Tombstone?
Tombstone.
Are you a fan of that?
It's all right with me. It's all right with me.
I didn't know if
I like cowboy
Do you?
movies. Yeah, I do.
Okay. You know, not everybody likes a Western.
Yeah, I do.
And I grew up on the old Westerns, like with Clint Eastwood of the
Yeah.
outlaw Josie Wells.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the pinnacle. Like if that's on, I'm done.
What about Good, Bad, and the Ugly?
It's okay.
Okay.
You know, that was more of the spaghetti westerns, and I enjoyed that. But when he moved on from those, it really got more
Outlaw
depth.
Josie Wells.
Yeah,
I got you.
outlaw Josie Wells,
Got you.
dude. Mm.
Got you.
Oh, High Plains,
Plains
Drifter.
Drifter, yeah.
That's another good one. I mean, Paint the Town Red.
I've never seen that one.
He has the city paint the entire town red.
Wow.
He's there to save them because he's a gun hand. And they've been tormented by these criminals. But what they don't know is when he was an innocent man, the whole town, like, kicked him out. They, like, beat him up and tortured his family. And he comes back.
To save him.
No.
Oh, to get his revenge.
Fuck him.
So they painted the whole town red. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
I mean, and it was like throughout the movie, they have flashbacks of like when someone was beating him with a piece of wood that was on fire.
Oh, my goodness.
But they don't recognize him.
I got to find this movie.
Dude, great
I got to
classic.
find this movie.
You know, and
Give me your last 2.
it's hard for me to actually rank them because I have like 15 of them. But if I'm walking, Braveheart. I'm walking through the house, Braveheart's on.
I'm not that.
I'm down.
I'm not that gleaming over Braveheart.
Okay.
I liked the movie. I liked the premise. It's just I'd walk through and see that and keep on going.
Okay. I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
You know, to me though, it was just brutal.
Mm-hmm.
It was barbaric.
Mm-hmm.
It was the essence of what men were back in that time period.
Yeah.
I mean, there was no guns.
No.
It was you and your
Sword.
sword or
Yep.
your hammer
Or
or
your axe.
your pitch axe, whatever you had, and it was war.
Yeah.
And it was really cool too, though, the way that he had military experience or plans that outmaneuvered the enemy when they had way more soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When he dumped all the hot tar in the fields and then caught it on fire while all those guys were in it. Well, that wasn't fair. That's not how we do war.
That's war.
Right.
War has never been fair.
And then when they had him on that cross and they were torturing him,
Yeah.
and he was like, I'm not going to say I'm sorry.
Nope.
Not saying
Keep going.
it.
Keep it going.
I imagine that in today's world, if you had that cross, you would put Dave Chappelle on it. And he would say, I'm not sorry.
Nope,
I'm not sorry.
Nope.
You can rip my ball sack off.
And I'm still going to say,
Transgendered. I'm just saying.
okay, now give us your
So
last.
I mean, and all that's in one film.
Got you.
And the ruthless ruler dies knowing that his son's seed is not in his wife, but the bad dude that he hates.
And that's
Dude,
the seed. Yeah.
I mean, and the woman leans down and whispers in his ear, and you can just see him like having a stroke
as he's going.
Right. So I mean, dude, there was so much in that movie. And now, does it matter how long a movie is to you?
No.
Okay. Because I love The Godfather. I love all of the Quentin Tarantino, whatever his name is. Tarantino mafia films. And The Irishman.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that thought it was an okay movie. I thought it was.
It was better than okay.
I thought it was like, for what he had to work with, the age of the men that were in this movie, I thought it was an amazing film. It would have been better, when they were in their 30s, but the guys are old. But you can't create a mobster film to the level that you can with those cast, because those are the icons. Yeah. I don't know anybody who does a mafia film that even comes close to that group. You know what I mean? Who else does a mafia movie that's like, yeah, that's as good as The Godfather? And
nah,
it ain't happening.
It ain't.
You can try. Just like I love the what is it called? The Father of Harlem, or the Godfather of Harlem. That's as close as you can get. And if you guys haven't watched that series, it's on Epix.
Yep.
That series, to me, is as good as The Sopranos.
Okay.
And
I put them on the same level. I do.
Yeah.
Because
whenever I heard about it, I was like, hey, I'm always down for a mafia.
Because I told you about it. I said, I was watching this, and you was like, okay. And then I came back, it was about 3 weeks later, he was like, man, I saw that, and I said, well, season 2 is getting ready to come out now.
Yeah, because I saw you on like Sunday, and then the following Saturday, I was like, I watched the whole season.
Yep. So season 2 is getting ready to come out.
And it was tough. Now, I think season 3 just came out. I have not watched
Me
it
neither.
at all.
I haven't seen it. I want to wait till it's all done.
That's how I like to
watch it all the way through.
I don't like waiting week to week.
I can't stand that, man.
And what's funny is they spoiled us with that releasing it all at once, and we could just binge it. And then they were like, "Oh, well, these people are canceling service as soon as they're done."
Yeah, so we got to
so now
spread
they
it
space
out.
them out. But I just don't watch.
Yeah, I just wait till you get
and
it
then
all
when
together.
at the end, I'm gonna binge it all,
and then cancel.
Now there's some shows I can't do that on.
What's that?
Ozarks.
I've heard about it,
dude.
Yeah, they did see it.
You've never watched Ozarks?
Nope.
You know what? You're off.
Yes.
Watch 3 episodes
and let you know.
Get back to me.
I got you. Okay.
I think season 4 is about to come out in the spring. That's a show that I can't wait till the end because my wife is going to watch it every week, and I'm like, I don't want to hear any spoilers.
So you're gonna sit down and watch it with her.
Boom.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So for my last movie, though,
Okay.
and this is probably like not going to rank on anybody's radar of a have-to-watch movie.
Gotcha.
But this movie was the movie growing up that me, my brothers, and my dad always watched together.
What was that?
Young Frankenstein.
Oh,
Dude, that's the comedy of all comedies.
I love because he did it in black and white,
Had to.
and
It would have not even been a classic if
And-
you would have done it in color.
it's just something about that adds another one to my list.
Gene Wilder was amazing. He's a great actor, but that film was like from the beginning to the end, just funny as fuck.
You know that it brought up the one that I actually have to say is my number one, and I forgot about it. Mel Brooks.
Oh no, you're not going number one with Blazing Saddles.
Yes,
Dude.
Blazing Saddles. You cannot watch that today. You couldn't even put that in the theater. It'd have to go into a pornographic theater because the things that were done and said in Blazing Saddles would get that movie canceled
Dude,
today.
Let me tell you something. I saw that film as a kid
Me too.
with my parents
Me too.
in the South.
And my
in
mama,
the South.
my mama told me, no, you got to go upstairs. You got to go upstairs. And I sat there on the steps and I kept peeping over. That movie was funny as hell, man.
And
From the beginning to the end.
And the thing about it is, but you know what? You can still find it.
Oh, I got it. I got it on DVD.
Okay, but you can still find it like even renting, which is what I like.
Yeah.
Because if that offends you, don't rent it.
Don't rent it.
But if you want to watch it, you should be allowed to. Well, you're an adult.
And I'm telling you, it is fun. Even today, everything that was done in that movie is funny from the beginning to the freaking end. You're gonna laugh. Now
I don't know that a lot of the today's
Oh, they
generation would
can't.
find it funny. I think they would find it more offensive, and therefore it wouldn't be funny to them.
my children are in their 20s, and they love Blazing Saddles. My oldest daughter's like, she said, Daddy, I tell my friends about this, and they look at they like, I can't believe how you like that. She said, it's funny. It's funny.
Well,
We don't need no stinking badges.
I think that those two films to me were Mel Brooks' best work.
Oh, yes.
And
Oh, yes.
I mean, do you remember in Young Frankenstein when his fiance shows up?
Yes.
And they're at the door, and he says, "Wow, what knockers!" And the little Igor guy's like, "Yeah, no, these."
No.
And I don't
Today,
know-
people would take that. They would take so much offense in that.
Oh yeah,
But it's comedy,
do
man.
you remember? Would you like some warm milk? No, thank you. Perhaps some Ovaltine? No, thank you, dude. That was
It's funny, man.
Yes,
It's
yes.
funny.
it was.
He woke up the next morning. She made the sausage for him. He said, "Oh, I can only take 2 screws." She said, "Oh, I can take more." I'm like, but who else? Nobody today would see fun in that, man.
Do you know that Young Frankenstein is also my favorite cigar movie ever? Did you know that?
I can see sitting outside.
No.
Because of I know.
Because of the blind man.
Yeah, that's
Whenever
all he
the
had.
monster comes
Yeah.
and he's like, I've got 2 cigars.
cigars.
And he gives the monster one and he holds it and he catches the dude's thumb on fire.
That is funny, man.
Dude, I mean, you can't even go there these
And then what
days.
was the guy that was Igor with the one big bulging eye? Oh, he was Igor. What was
Yeah.
his name?
Oh, I don't know his real name.
Oh.
I call him Abby Normal.
I don't even want to go there. I don't want to go there.
That whole movie, if you guys haven't watched Young Frankenstein, you're missing out. And I cannot recommend Blazing Saddles, but I will. Yeah, dude. I grew up in the South, and when we saw those movies, it was like received differently down here.
Oh,
It was more like, "Hey, those are our people."
Marty Feldman, that was his name.
Yeah.
Marty Feldman. Oh man, it was just the physical comedy in both of those movies,
and the wit.
the wit, and you had to have a thinking mind to catch some of those jokes because they'd flow over your head. Like in Blazing Saddles, when the old lady brings the pie to him in the window, and at the end she said, "Thank you." She said, "But you don't have to talk to me tomorrow." And most people won't understand that. But it was like, she was an older white lady. He was a black guy. He couldn't speak to her in the streets.
Right.
But I'm going to give you this behind the closed doors, but don't say nothing to me tomorrow. It's just,
And that was reality.
that was reality, but it was funny, man.
And it was like, it was satire from the way life was in the 60s.
Yes. And
Because that was legit.
and you know who was one of the writers on Blazing Saddles?
I think it was the one and only Richard Pryor.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
I mean,
Tell the truth.
And it was almost like you needed a black comedian to come over to justify being able to do that. You know what I mean?
He wrote most of the jokes because like
Right.
the one with the Ku Klux Klan, hey, where the white women at? It was just so funny, man.
Yeah.
People don't get that though.
They're missing the boat.
Singing. He said, "Give me a Negro spiritual." And they start singing something. He's like, "No, like Cantown Racers." I don't think I know that one.
Dude, that was funny.
It was funny, man.
Yeah.
I loved it. Oh God,
You know what
movie.
and now you know that I have some racist roots.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in that my family was
You good?
racist in any way, but there's things that we didn't know
That was
were
racist.
racist because it was normal.
Yeah.
And it was, not long ago, I told a comparison at the Leaf that turned out to be very racist. I didn't know that, but my good friend here said it wasn't racist. But my wife and Larry said it was racist. So you're outnumbered.
But Larry comes from a
An
different era,
older
a
generation.
different era.
And
than
a different area.
Yeah.
He grew up in Baltimore,
Yeah.
which
And-
is completely different than Lubbock, Texas.
and East St. Louis.
Right, totally different.
Because East St. Louis is 995% black. And things that he got offended by, we didn't get offended by that
Right.
stuff. It's just,
So here's the scenario, Corey. When you go into the Havana room and make a right, we're sitting over there. I'm sitting on the end. Ed is sitting here on the couch, and one arm Matthew is sitting over here.
oh my God, you don't call it dude one
And
arm.
okay, he has two arms, but one of them doesn't work. Anyway,
Oh my Jesus.
Ed is explaining to Matthew how computer networking works. And I said, this reminds me of Brer Rabbit talking to the tar baby. Now,
Those of us that have seen the Brer Rabbit, we understand what you're talking about.
right. It was like and then my wife says tar baby is a racist
word.
reference, but that's not how I saw it in the movie. I saw it as an animate object that the rabbit thought was alive, but he was brain dead, which that is more like Matthew than a black guy.
Oh my God.
You see?
Oh, it went from racist. He's going against the handicap now. We're going to lose all our
But you know what I'm saying.
I do, but it's just the way you explain that right now. I'm like,
But I learned a lesson there because I have black friends and I have a wife that tries to keep me on the straight and narrow.
she tries hard.
It's not possible.
She tries hard though, boy.
But in my defense, no way, no how would I have ever meant that to be racial.
And then when you found out how other people felt about it, you're like, okay, well, I just won't do that. I won't say that anymore.
Oh, well, no, I said I won't say that in front of them. Right? I mean, hey, I always
He's
say
lost me now.
I always say know your audience.
dude, come on, man.
I told him perhaps the racist joke I've ever heard, and he said, "Yeah, I wouldn't tell that on the show."
Yes, please don't. Please
So,
don't.
but that's the inner dynamic that we have, because Bryant grew up the same era that I did, where none of that shit was off limits.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If it was funny, it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
But today,
Everything has a limit.
and I'm sorry, not sorry. That's Dave Chappelle, baby.
It's everything has a limit, and we grew up in a time where
There were
we didn't
no
have to worry
limits.
about that.
Right.
No, we didn't, man.
We grew up in the golden age
we
of
got
comedy.
the middle to the end of Richard Pryor, where he was he had honed that craft.
And we had gotten the end of Red Fox.
Red Fox, and then you
Dude,
get the
Red Fox in the 70s.
The people don't know.
No.
They see Sanford and Son, they think, oh, he's a nice old man. No.
I don't know that they think nice old man.
Dude.
But no, the dude was funny.
He has a video out of a stand-up called Plain Brown Rapper.
And it's rated X.
He got a daggum mug that he's drinking his burp, whatever the heck he was drinking out of. It's shaped like a titty. And he's not drinking it from the top. He's sipping from he said, I don't care what y'all say.
Hey, and it was not bourbon, it was Ripple.
Ripple. But it was just like
Whatever the hell Ripple was.
he was a blue comedian, because his stuff was I don't care. Chappelle couldn't do Red Fox stuff today.
No.
Nobody could do his stuff
Red
today, man.
Fox was as dirty
Ooh.
as you could get.
Ooh.
I mean, and
Him, I don't know if you know about Dolomite.
oh yeah, I saw. You know what? I did not know until I watched the movie.
Dude.
Let me tell you what. Have you seen Dolomite the movie?
Gotta
Dude,
see it.
You got to watch it.
Eddie Murphy gave him he gave Dolomite praise in that movie.
I saw the previews to the movie and I was like, not interested.
I told him, I was like, you
And
gotta
then he
watch
told
it.
me I gotta watch it. I watched it and I was like, I watched it again because it was good.
It's good.
I think that was maybe Eddie Murphy's best movie
it
ever.
is, because it ain't all about the comedy.
It's all about the comedy of a guy who
it's
is
about
real.
the comic, yeah.
Right. And he portrayed the guy spot on. And the stuff going on behind the scenes is not funny.
Nope.
It's real life, and it was during a time where nobody wanted to give this black guy a chance. But the comedy was hilarious.
I love when he came back in the record store after he had made it as a comic, and he told Snoop, he said, "Play my record." He thought he was talking about the comedy record. Snoop said, "I got you." He put on that song that he had made that nobody listened to, ring-a-ling-a-dong, a-ring-a-ling. He said, "No, man, that ain't what I'm talking about." And Snoop closed the door on him so he couldn't get in there. And he's just sitting there looking like, you mother. But that's the way it was.
Eddie Murphy did a fantastic
did,
job.
man.
And, I kind of lost interest in Eddie Murphy's films because he went down a road that was just silly shit.
Yeah, but have you ever seen Mr. Church?
I have not. But let me finish, though.
I know what you're talking about. Dr. Doolittle and all the rest of them.
Right. And
Dave
even when he was doing the multi-personality or people where he was like the
clumps,
black family.
The clumps. Yeah.
It was like, that wasn't funny for me.
Gotcha.
It was like, and I get it. You're cashing in.
Mm-hmm.
You've made a name for yourself. Cash in because you don't know when it's going to be over.
Oh, true.
And for Eddie, it's never going to be over.
Never.
The dude just keeps going and going and going.
And who walks in the door?
J-Man.
The master.
Hey, so we've kind of drudged on long enough.
Yeah.
We need to talk about our other two sponsors.
Yes, sir.
We got Case Elegance. If you're looking for a humidor, look down the show notes. And if you use the coin code, Cigar Talk coin, they'll give you a you know what, I saw it on my desk earlier. I don't have it over here. But they'll get you a challenge coin that has our logo on one side, theirs on the other.
Yes, sir.
They're coming out with a new coin.
Yes, I heard.
You
told me.
It's the blackout.
You told me.
And so it's the exact same coin, except it's blacked out on both sides, no color, and it looks badass.
See, I want to get, even though they may not have any more, the black Army like a humidor.
They only have 300.
I know. And that coin with it.
Oh,
bruh.
Yeah, if you order the blackout military locker humidor, let them know that, hey, I want the blackout coin
with it.
They don't have them in stock yet, but they're coming at the first of the year. Let them know you want that one to go with it. And dude, that
lights
I'm
out.
still jealous that you got the other one.
I showed you the picture because I restocked the green locker.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there looking at it, I was like, man, I know Rob gonna be jealous. It was just like that humidor is just it's in a realm of its own. For folks like me and Corey, ex-military, we understand what Foot Lockers are. For them to make a humidor that makes me want to buy it in a Foot Locker, I'm like, yeah, y'all did it, bro. Y'all did it, man.
That flat army green.
Oh, and then they go come with a flat black one.
I think there's one thing that I would have added. Like the old military for the Army, remember the white star they put on the side of a tank?
And the
that
Jeep
humidor is a tank.
It is, man. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
And it's quality.
Ah, dude. I took it, like I said, it was sitting in the garage when we moved. I took it out, and the sucker was still at 68%, man. It had sat in the garage for a month, and I pull it out, and it was still at 68%. I was like, I ain't even got to re-season this. I can just put my sticks in there.
Let me tell you what you don't know.
What's
if
that?
you may know, but if you don't know, then you don't know.
Yeah. We don't know.
The quality that they do, it's like a sore pecker. Just can't beat it. And then our other sponsor, look down the show notes, click on Case Elegance, and you'll see all of their amazing humidors. And you know what? You could go on Amazon and find a shit box.
Yeah.
I did that way when I first got started. I spent $150 on what I thought was a cool looking humidor. Dude, it held zero humidity. Wow. The top was like a rounded glass piece. It looked like a treasure chest, you know?
No seal.
Oh, dude, yeah. It was like a breeze going through there. My cigars were asking for sweaters. So anyway, who's our other sponsor?
Really?
Maybe it's Tabanero.
Ah.
Dude, if you haven't smoked Tabanero, you know the Sun-Grown's got my cigar of the year, and it has nothing to do with them being my sponsor. It is like
that's why they're our sponsor,
right? I even told Yanko. I interviewed him a few days ago, and I said, I just want to tell you, I love your cigar. Yeah. And you did not win my cigar of the year because you're sponsoring us in any way. Mm-hmm. You're our sponsor because I love your cigar.
Yes, true.
And that's the way I do it.
True.
And he is just like the most modest guy. He's like, oh, thank you so much, Rob. But, if I was him, I'd be like, look at what I did, motherfucker.
There we go again. Number 2.
That's me.
We lost even more.
That's me, though. So, no, you know what? I can't say enough about Tabanero and the customer service they provide.
And guess what?
They're at the Leaf.
That's what I was getting ready to say. If you
haven't tried them, dude, call Jay.
Yes.
And when you call the number that's in the show notes, ask for Jay. Say, hey, is that Jay guy there? Because you know what? 90% of the time, dude's there.
99.
We were talking about that in the Leaf this morning, me and Corey, about the lifeline of the shop is Jay and Scott.
Yeah, I was sitting there.
I forget you're with us sometimes. Anyway,
that was racist.
It wasn't dark in there.
That was racist.
Dude, come on.
That was racist.
Come on.
I'm standing on that. That was racist. No, man, that's cool. That's cool.
After some of the jokes I've told you,
dude,
that was racist.
No. You told that grandfather joke to that man today, and then he came with a joke even worse.
And I invited him to be on the show.
Did. He not one, he came with 2 even worse.
Dude. Hey, have you ever heard Jerry's jokes? They're good.
And Red Fox
Dude,
Dirty.
dude.
I was like, wow.
You know what I loved about his jokes is he's old school, the way people used to tell jokes.
He painted the whole picture.
Takes you on a journey.
Yes, the whole picture.
People don't tell jokes like that anymore. And that's why I stand by the grandfather joke.
Man, your brothers told you not to tell that joke anymore.
That's true. That's true. Jay, I told both my younger brothers that I had started writing some jokes. I told them the first one, they loved it. Told them the second one, they loved it. I told them the granddad joke, and they were like, you should never repeat that to anyone.
Ever again.
And I was like, that's how I know it's good. Because they're not funny. So, well, hey, man, I hope you enjoyed the show. We're so glad to have Bryant back.
Yeah.
It's good to have you.
Yes, sir.
You know what? There are no other shows that are like the shows that when we're together.
Yeah.
And that's why I brought lube.
And that's why Corey is over there. You can use that all you want over there.
Fire up the dueling banjo. Nah, but anyway, man, I've had a great time. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. And until next time,
keep smoking.
boom.